Alright, gonna play a game of PC Replay Baseball. It's the 1977 season. We're gonna play this Texas at Baltimore game. Just gonna go to a quick start. Have the AI take Texas. And we got Bert Campaneris leading off against Ross Grimsley. And as a walk, 6 in column 5. Campaneris on first for Bump Wills. He's a 2-bunter, but it's early. Let's swing. Oh, that's a double play. 4 in column 4 is a double play with a runner on first. 2 out. Nobody on for Claudel Washington. And that's a 50 in column 1, which is a strikeout. So we go bottom 1. Doyle Alexander pitching against Al Bumbry. And that's a 20. That's going to be an umpire result. We're going to have to roll. 2 to 5 is out. And 1 is a safe infield single for Bumbry. And Pat Kelly comes up. Now we're going to have to roll on the ballpark card. We're going to get a new raised number in column 2. Beniquez is a 5 defense, so in order for it to be an out, the raised number has to be 4 or less. That's why only the 5 is a single here. So this should work out for an out, and it does. A fly to center. 1 out. And that brings up Kenny Singleton. And this is a possible error, 12 in column 4. Campy's error rate is a 42. Has to be higher than a 42 to be an error. And it's not, so that's going to be a fielder's choice. Singleton now on first, and Lee May is up. And we got a 19 in column 5, which is a base hit. Inning continues for Eddie Murray. And we also have some base action. We have an action chart roll and nothing, blank. So first and second, 2 out, Eddie Murray. And that's an out. That's a 3 in column 5, which is a ground out to end the inning. We go top 2. Grimsley back on. John Ellis. 34 is an out in column 6. Fly out to center. 1 out. Toby Hara. There's a 21 in column 2. That's a fly out to center. 2 out. Brings up Mike Hargrove. He only took about an hour and a half every at-bat. And that's a 50 in column 1, which is a strikeout. Good inning for Grimsley. So we go bottom 2, and Doug DeCinces leads off against Doyle Alexander. And we got a 42 in column 5, which is a walk. Rick Dempsey is a 1-bunter. And a 22 in column 5 is also a walk. And we have an action chart roll, which comes from that roll in column 5. And it's a 7 possible wild pitch against Doyle. Doyle's a 4, though, so it has to be higher than a 4 to be a wild pitch, and it's not. So first and second, nobody out. Yeah, you gotta have the corners in again. Belanger's a good bunter, so it's possible that he could sacrifice. But he's swinging, and it's a possible error. 13 in column 4. Let's see what Bump Will's error rating is. It's a 53, so it has to be higher than a 53. It's not, so it should be a fielder's choice. Runner goes to third. Belanger's safe at first. And that brings up Rich Dower. Yeah, we're going to just play back for the double play. It's early. And we got a ground ball double play, a 4. I believe that's a double play. 4 in column 4. And no scoring that inning. So we go Grimsley against Tom Grieve, top 3. And that's just a ground out. Grounded to short, 1 out. It's 4 in column 4. Brings up Jim Sundberg. And this is a base hit. Oh, well, actually, we're going to get a new roll because we're going on the ballpark chart. So it's a possible home run, but he needs a 61 to a 66. because in column 6 the pitcher's number is going to be a 2, so we need at least an 11 for a home run in column 6. And it's just going to be a 6 plus 2 is an 8, and that's just a single. So we needed a high number, either a 10 or 11, and he didn't get it. So a runner on first, 1 out, Juan Beniquez playing for the double play, and that's a walk. It's an 8 in column 5, and first, second base is not open, so it's no steal. The asterisk there would have been a stolen base attempt if second base was open. First and second, 1 out for Campy. He can bunt, but with 1 out, play for the double play. And a 7 in column 2 is a foul out, so there's 2 out. Bump Wills. And a 10 in column 1 is a pop out. So Texas doesn't score in the top of the third. Doyle facing Bunbury again. Bunbury up for the second time, and that is a 23 in column 4, which is a base hit off the fielder's glove. And Pat Kelly is going to swing and strike out. 6 in column 1 is a strikeout, 1 out. Kenny Singleton. And that's a 6 in column 3, which is a fly out to right. 2 out. Up to Lee May. Oh, there we go. 13 in column 6 is a 2-run homer. That's not a shaded 11, so that's just a 13 and a home run. And Eddie Murray, that's a 14 in column 3, which is a line out. So the Orioles take a 2-0 lead, and Grimsley's going to face Claudel Washington. That's a 5 in column 3. That's an out. Fly to center. 1 out. And that brings up John Ellis. We got another low number in column 3, so another fly out. 6 in column 3. 2 out. I think you have to get to a 7 for a base hit in column 3. Here's Toby Hara. Here's a 43, though. That's a base hit in column 3. If Hara was hitting lefty against the lefty, it would have been an out. Or if there was a righty pitching against Hara. That's that righty-lefty switch number. And here's Hargrove batting against Grimsley. Runner on first, 2 out. And there's an 18 in column 4, which is just a grounder. So we go bottom 4. 2-0 O's. The Sensei leads it off. And there's a 34 in column 3. That's a double to left. Column 3 is where all the big hits are. Singles, doubles, triples. There's even an inside the park homer in column 3 possible. Runner on second, but he's already in scoring position, so Dempsey's going to swing. And there's a 21 in column 2. Is a fly to center. Runner holds, and it brings up Belanger. And he strikes out. 6 in column 1. 2 out. Rich Dower. And he's got a 48 in column 5. And we're going to be on the action chart. So this is not an A-B. This is just going to be for a wild pitch or a pass ball check. Possible wild pitch. It's got to be higher than a 4. And it's a 5, so it is a wild pitch. The Sensei gets to third. And Dower's going to get another roll. And that is a 12. That is a possible home run, but we're going to get a new value because it's shaded. So he needs at least a 33 for a possible home run. And it's a 26, so he doesn't get it. It's a base hit, but it will score the run. And we got to check. Actually, it's a 7 plus a 4 is 11, so we are still rolling on the 11-12 chart. So a 6 would be a home run. 1 to 5 will be a single, and it is a single. So only a 6 was a homer there. If you roll an 11 or a 12, you have to check on the chart. So it's 3-0. Dower on first and Bunbury up. And that's a pop-up, I believe. Yep, pop-up to second. And that ends the inning. Orioles tack on to their lead. It's 3-zip. Grimsley facing Grieve. And that is a new raised number. So Bunbury's going to need it to be either a 1 or a 2 to make the play. And that's going to be a roll of a 1 or a 2. So it's 11 to 63 is out. And that's an out, 55. You needed it to be a 64, 65, or 66 for a base hit. Sundberg, and that's a 40 in column 1. That's a grounded to short. 2 out. And that's Juan Beniquez. That's a 16. That's going to be a base hit, and he's going to try. It's a plus, so he's going to try and steal second. And he's going to either be. He's either going to steal or get caught stealing on this one, because it's a plus, not an asterisk. So I use the hold and defense combo, and you get a number between 11 and 66. In this case, it's the defense is a 5 and the hold is a 4, so you get a high number, 53. So in order to steal the base, he's going to have to get a 54 or higher. And it's a 23, so it's a caught stealing. That's an optional thing if you want to use the hold plus the catcher's defense. And I think it's a little bit better than just using the single roll. Pat Kelly leading off against Doyle. It's a 21, and it's a fly out, 1 out. Brings up Kenny Singleton. And that's a 34. That's a double in column 3. So Lee May will have a shot to drive in a run. And that's a 21 in column 2. That's just a fly out. 2 out. And Eddie Murray. Well, that is going to be a problem for Doyle. That's going to be at least a base hit. We're going to get a new number. A home run is going to be from a possible homer from 36 to 66. And it's definitely a homer from 52 to 66. But it's a low number, 26, so it's just a 11, so he's going to need a 6 on the 11-12 chart for a home run. So most likely a single, and it is a single. So again, he had the 7 plus the 4 is an 11. So we had a roll on the 11-12 chart. But it does drive in the run, and it's 4-0 Orioles. And Doyle Alexander is temporarily going to his B grades for the rest of this inning. Doug DeCinces. And that's a 40. That's an out on the 1 column. So now they're going to check Doyle to see if he can go back to his A grades, and he does revert to his A grades based on his the dice roll and his compared to his EH rating. I don't use that when I play cards and dice, but I have it on the PC. So we're going to top 6, Grimsley facing Campy, and it's a 14 in column 3 is a line out, 1 out. Bump Wills. That's a 20 in column 1. That's a single and a possible error on Dower. Let's see what his error rating is. This be a 54 or better, and it's a 61, so it's an error. Runner on second, 1 out. Texas trying to break up the shutout. Claudel Washington. That's an 8 in column 3. That's a base hit. I think there's an action. Yeah, we got to go third base coach. So it looks like it's most likely going to be a run because they're using the speed of the runner and the arm of the outfielder on the chart, and it is an extra base for the runner on third. So they get on the board 4-1. 1 out for John Ellis. And this is another raised number. Oh, and Singleton's only a 2, so he needs it to be a 1 for an out. So the raised number has to come up 1 to be an out. It is 11 to 44 though for this 1. So, and he gets it with a 44. Wow. Well, a little lucky there to get that 1. And that's the ballpark effect in action. And Toby Hara. And that's a 39. That's an out. That's a strikeout. 39 in column 6. Texas gets on the board though. So we go bottom 6, 4-1. Up, we got a change to Mike Wallace. Wow, he had a 7.56 ERA with a 2.4 WHIP. So let's see what happens. Dempsey up, and that's just a ground out to Hargrove at first. 1 out. That's a 3 in column 4. Belanger, that's a 50 in column 1. He struck him out. So not doing anything against Wallace. Dower. 32 is an out. It's a line out to left. You need to have at least a 34 there for a hit. So Grimsley, he's an S7-6. He can face 27 batters, so he has 4 batters left. So we'll let him face Hargrove, lefty-lefty, and that's a ground out. To Dower, 1 out. 4 in column 4. See if we can get Grimsley through this inning. Tom Grieve, that's a pop-up. 7 in column 1. 2 out. Brings up Sundberg. And we got a 4, that's a ground out. 4 in column 5. So 1, 2, 3 for Grimsley in the 7th. We're going to get the 7th inning stretch. It's going to be Al Bunbury leading off, top of the order for the Orioles. Leading 4-1, bottom 7. Seeing the actual season so far, Mike Wallace has a 1.5 whip in the season I'm playing. Al Bunbury's 6 for 12, batting 500 so far in the early season. 4-1. We're going to have to start looking at the bullpen for the Orioles for the last 2 innings. Bunbury with nice 5 speed if we can get him on base. And here we go. Bunbury swinging. And a 7 in column 4 is just a ground out. Campy puts it away. 1 out. Pat Kelly. And that's a 21 in column 2 is a fly to center. 2 out. Brings up Kenny Singleton. And that's a 48 in column 2. And the pitcher's W there gets the walk. And Lee May is a 6W, but the W there doesn't come into play. It's just a strikeout. So we go top 8. 4-1. Grimsley has 1 batter here left that he can face before we start to worry about him. Let's let him face Beniquez. It's a 33 in column 6, a pop out, 1 out. So he's still on his A grades. So with nobody on, we might as well let him pitch. There's a 21 in column 2. It's a fly to center. And Grimsley continues to pitch well. Bump Wills, 21 in column 2. So he gets through the 8th. Grimsley pitching a game. Bottom 8. See if the Orioles can get some insurance. Eddie Murray leading it off. Wallace still out there. And there's a 5 and out in column 3. 1 out. Doug DeCince. 40 in column 1 is a ground to short. 2 out. Dempsey up. And an 18 in column 4 is a ground out, right? That's a grounder, and that is the inning. We go top 9. Let's see what's going on for the Rangers. They have Claudel, lefty, leading off, so we might as well let Grimsley face him. He's still on his A grades. Now up to the possible error, 13. Dower's error rating's high, though, right? It's a 53, so it has to be a 54 or better, and it's a 51, so he makes the play. 1 out. Orioles 2 outs away. Nobody's on. 3-run lead. We'll let him face Ellis. There's a 29 column 5 fly to center. Grimsley with a chance for a complete game. 1 out away. He's going to have to get Toby Hara. And he does. A 5. And that is the game. Grimsley with a complete game. Gave up that 1 run in the 6th. Baltimore wins it 4-1. And that is PC Replay Baseball. Thanks for watching.